Hey guys, welcome back to the 3 Man and Mike podcast. My name's Finn, and here today we have Brannick, Michael, and Braden. I don't know what the it was. Let's just spin it right in with the old drink of choice. Today I got myself Diet Coke. Let's see what Brannick has.
I got a regular Coke.
Braden
I got a water because, water.
and Michael.
Okay, so I have a story to go along with my drink of choice. So we were planning on filming this last night, but I forget why we did. I think we just kind of didn't want to film it last night. At least that's what I want. I didn't want to. So, but last night I wouldn't have had a drink of choice. But today we went out to the store and we got a bunch of blue raspberry ice. So this is my drink of choice.
Okay, personal news. Brannick, you go first.
I'm gonna go last.
Michael.
I think I'll go last.
Braden.
I guess I'm going then. Nothing.
Woo!
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm
Right.
doing swell.
Cool. Michael.
I believe I said I'll go last.
Brannick.
No, I actually got something planned for going last. Mine might be a little lengthy. Not really, but
I'll go. I saw a musical today. It was great. It was so fun. Everybody was dancing around.
Was it Grease?
No. You
Okay.
fool.
Anyways, Brannick, is there a chance that we'd have like the same news?
is it about the Mario Kart 8 booster pack?
It is. No, I'm kidding.
Let's go.
I'm in a musical. It's called Guys and Dolls, and I play like the villain-ish guy. He's not like the villain, but if there's not really a villain in Guys and Dolls, but if there was a villain, it'd be me, because I'm Big Julie, the best character. Brannick,
I'm also in Guys and Dolls.
hey, that's not your news.
Again.
Stop trying to take my news. Stop trying to steal my news.
I'm not, because I'm not Big Julie. I'm Lieutenant Brannigan.
Then you can talk.
One of the lesser good characters, but my actual news was they made Mario Kart 8 DLC, and I played it today, and bro, I got notes to share. I got a couple things. So first of all, Toad Circuit. They added in Toad Circuit from Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS, and I don't know why of all the courses they could have added, they chose Toad Circuit because no one likes Toad Circuit. Second of all, there's a shortcut in Mario Kart Wii's Coconut Mall on the second floor. You can go through a little shop, and in the remake, you can't do that anymore without a mushroom. It slows you down instead of being normal speed. Absolutely terrible. And the Miis and the cars doing traffic violations at the end, they're just sitting still there, and they're Shy Guys. Boo. The Mario Kart Tour tracks, they change on each lap, and I think that's pretty cool. The Ninja Hideaway, that was a cool map. There was 8 different routes. Skye Garden was completely redone from the GBA, and that was pretty cool, which is what they did for the retro track in the base game. But my big problem is the visuals are really weird. They look fine, but they don't look like the rest of Mario Kart 8 and how polished that game looks with good textures and good lighting and stuff. I don't know. They all kind of look like Mario Kart Tour iPhone tracks. So that's my thoughts on the booster pack. Also, I'm in Guys and Dolls, and I played Big Julie. So
No, that's me. I'm playing Big Julie. I play Brannigan.
I'm also in Guys and Dolls, and
Right.
I
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're lying.
that's a lie. That's a
Finn is
fib.
lying. Do not trust
lying.
Finn.
Mute him, Michael.
Finn
Mute
is
him.
a liar.
Mute that liar.
All right, let's get some guys. I have some movie news today.
No, that's my thing,
Braden?
Michael.
The Batman came out.
Michael,
It was so good.
hello.
And
That's
Sonic
my
the
thing.
Hedgehog 2 is coming out on I think April 8th.
Yes!
I just stole Braden's bit.
Yes!
I just made Braden mad. All right.
The Sonic movie 2.
That was like unplanned. Oh, Braid's leaving.
Woo!
All right,
I
guys.
made Braid mad.
You did this last week. You did this to me. You did the trivia answers, and I was like, no, Michael, quit. And he
My
didn't quit.
bit is stealing other people's bits.
Wait, Michael, did you do the? Did you get the bit? Did you get the?
Oh, I did not.
Oh.
That's why I took this one. Braden,
Alright,
do you
that's
actually
fair.
have
Braden,
any
what's our
movie?
movie news today? Hit us with that
Do you
movie.
actually
news.
have any movie news?
I did. But
Let us hear it.
someone talked over me and stole the movie news that I had. Therefore, I have no movie news.
I did
Was
that.
it Michael?
It was Michael.
Michael, Braden, was there any other movie news that you might have had before Michael said it?
No. And I declare that this court adjourned. Good day, everyone.
Hi, Braden.
Braden's not necessarily
Braden is
leaving.
no longer a movie fanatic. That's just, I took his place.
And I took
Yeah.
the place of Michael.
Oh, he back.
It's now 3 men and a fin, but it's just 2 men. 2 men and a fin.
Oh shoot, Braden's back. I guess he can be the movie fanatic again.
Dang it, now it's 3 men and a mic again. Gosh. We should call this episode 2 men and a fin.
No.
This episode is just let's roast Braden until he actually leaves.
Wow, Braden, you
That's
got
what-
some.
I don't think we roasted Braden. I think I just took his bit because I thought it'd be funny. And I was right.
Took his bit for the bit.
Don't worry, Braden. We can cut that out. Why don't you give us the movie news?
There is no movie news because
We're
you
not
stole
cutting it
all of the movie news.
Well,
Hey,
no, we
hey,
can we can cut that out. Why don't you-
out.
Gang, we ain't cutting it
Oh,
out.
I think Braden left.
really gone.
We're not cutting it out. Braden's gone.
Bye, Braden.
Bye, Braden.
Boy, I didn't realize this would cause so much of like an uproar.
All right, I'll do movie news this time. Did you guys hear? They're making a new Pinocchio. He sounds great.
Yes.
Father, when can I
Simple
leave to be
best.
on my own? I've got the whole world to see.
Guys, I think Braden
Father,
I think Braden's mad at
Father.
me. I
Why
think I
can't
might
I
have
be
accidentally
on my
went and made an
own?
enemy.
Got the whole world to see.
yeah, Michael, I don't necessarily know why you did that.
I
Guys,
don't know
everybody
either.
comment, Father, when can I leave to be on my own? I've got the whole world to see.
I don't really know why I did that either. Braden, if you actually want, we can like cut that part out and you can do it.
No.
Yeah.
No, because now I feel bad.
I know I really have no strength to actually do the movie news. So let's just keep going.
I didn't realize how much of an effect I'd have on
No,
you.
no, I just I was up to like 12 o'clock last night in my basement
Weak.
waiting for a tornado. So and also I got up at 8:15 this morning to do stuff. So
Shoot, man, you had like a solid 8 hours. Cool.
Awesome.
All right. Well, then what I'm hearing is that I made your job easier by taking away one of your responsibilities. The title of this episode will be called "Michael is a Hero."
Michael is
Michael, who's a hero. You guys think that is that copyrighted? Am I allowed to do
Probably.
that?
Probably not.
Woo! Sorry, Broadway.
All right.
Brandon, hit us with that trivia.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
Michael
Brandon,
Black?
kiss with that trivia.
or is someone gonna steal Brannick's bit?
No.
Or are we done stealing each other's parts?
We're
No,
done.
it's okay.
We're done for now.
Exactly. See,
I offered to cut that out, and you said no. At this point, it's on you, Brandon.
me personally, I think, because
Brandon, kiss with
I
that
do
trivia.
have the strength to read words. I got you. All right, guys. If you're starting fresh at episode 14, this is what the rules is. The rules is, and I says, they go like this, I says. They go, You put them in the comments, your answers, and then these guys will guess at the end of the episode. For now, just the questions. Play along at home, or at school, or at work, or at your grandmother's funeral. Question 1. Which game company developed the Elder Scrolls series? I don't know. I do know. Question 2. The Gros Michel and Cavendish are varieties of which fruit? I don't know. I do. Which actor starred in The Godfather? That's probably very easy. Which actor starred in The Godfather and played Skye Masterson in Guys and Dolls? I don't know, but I really do though. So stick it in your skillet, let it simmer. Let's start the episode.
Can I just say? Can I say one thing?
No.
But I am anyway.
Hey,
There are
Brad.
many famous actors in Guys and Dolls, so
I
there's
was
something
one of
to think
them.
about.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah. I mean, there is only one actor who played Skye Masterson though.
Put it in your oven. Let the
Hey,
oven
Brad,
heat up.
quick question.
Maybe it'll
Can you
burn.
repeat the second question? Because for some reason, when you said Elder Scrolls, I looked down and at my Dragon Quest game and was like, yeah, that's the same thing. But then I realized, no, it's not.
You know what, Finn? We'll get back to that question after the episode.
That's
And
true.
then I wasn't paying attention to the second question. So can you repeat it real quick?
No, we'll get there.
No,
Put
we'll
it
get
in
there.
the
We'll get there
put
at
it
the
in
episode.
your oven. Let that deep dish pizza heat up.
All right.
Put it in your crock pot. Get disappointed when you see the crock pot is on it when you come home.
All right. Well, what topic are we talking about this week, Braden?
I came up with it, so I'll say. No, I'm kidding. Brayden, you can say it.
Braden's crying.
Not crying.
I'm sorry I made
We-
Brayden cry.
Are talking about streaming.
We're talking about streaming services.
We're talking about streaming services.
With
Woo!
streaming
I
is
made your
the
life so much
killer of physical media, but that's a topic for another day.
Could be a
So-
topic of today.
How come when saying topic for this episode, you brought up what a topic for another day should be?
But how about we go around the cube or the square, or it's actually kind of a
It's
rectangle.
rect-
I'm sorry,
It's
I
two-dimensional.
was getting there, Brannick.
Rectangle.
Let's all name
Rectangle.
Finn,
let's all name like let's all. I keep losing my train of thought. Let's all. Oh my god. Let's
I think
all
I broke
name.
Brayden.
Like lag on my head, that looked kind of funny.
Let's all name 3 streaming services that we have. All right. I'll go first. I have Netflix, Disney Plus. Actually, let's do 4. Let's do 4. Netflix, Disney Plus, Peacock, and Amazon Prime Video. Okay, Michael, it's your turn.
My turn? Okay. Because I'm an overachiever, I'll name 5. So I have Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO Max, and Amazon Prime.
Brannick, your turn.
Because I'm an underachiever and a disappointment to both this podcast and my parents, I will name 3: Netflix, Disney Plus, and Prime Video. Actually,
Tubi.
because I'm not a disappointment to anyone, I also have Tubi, which is free, but I also have it.
Okay, guys, just because I'm an even overachiever, I'm gonna name however many I'm about to name. Prime Video, Netflix, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, HBO Max, Hulu, YouTube, Peacock, Tubi, that one where you watch anime for free, but like I don't actually know if it's legal.
You say Peacock and nobody bats an eye.
You can't say that. Finn, you're just bragging about
I
how
didn't
much dick-
finish the joke. It's at the end of the joke is somewhat inappropriate.
Yeah, we can't say that.
And
Because
because
it
you're
actually-
all children, because you're all like 9 years old, we can't finish that. Boy, I'm just roasting everyone
Yes.
today.
Just look it up, but then make sure to delete your search history after you do it, okay?
Man, Braden is on his last straw. Like he's like the wimpy kid in Diary Wimpy Kid, the last straw.
He's like that one tall guy, Roderick's brother in Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Last Straw. But it's not the little demon from hell. Who could it be?
We gotta cut that out.
We'll find out next time on Three Men and a Brady.
Yeah, we have to cut it out because no one laughed that time. Sorry, Finn.
Yeah. I'm not gonna cut it out.
Let's
Just between
all,
you and me. Not gonna cut it out.
Oh, I just popped my back. That was fun.
All right, so what are we talking about?
I don't know at this point.
I'm gonna get off this.
Five all over again.
We're gonna stop recording, and Braden's gonna be like, "Guys, I didn't like what happened in that episode."
Yeah, guys, this is turning into episode 5 all over. That was funny. Do you guys remember episode 5? That was a different, very rare in time.
Yeah, now we're on episode 14.
I don't remember. A couple of months ago.
Wow, we're on episode 14. It's 28 weeks ago. We started this podcast.
Wow, we've grown so much. Finn was but a baby when we started.
Woo!
Now he's like 40. He's put a down payment on a house. Oh, Braden's mad.
Braden's gone. Episode
All right,
5.
Wait,
Woo!
Braden's gone. All right. What do you think the cons and pros of Netflix are? Go before he gets
What do you
back.
think the pros and cons of Braden are?
That's not how you'd say it.
No, I feel kind of bad because I think Braden's actually mad at me. It scared the frig out of me. I didn't realize our podcast would be having a jump scare this episode.
That was scary, bro.
Finn, don't try to imitate Braden's
Oh
joke.
my God.
That's my joke.
That was scary. All right, wait. No one's allowed to jump when Finn comes back. You have to just keep your cool.
Okay, but when you have a raptor head, you can't not wear it. I mean, I also have claws as well. I also have. Hey Finn, that's my joke now. You can't
Hey
see
guys,
it.
I turned into Yoshi. Yoshi's gonna
That's
be there for the
crazy.
rest of the podcast.
This
No,
is the best episode.
Wait, hang on.
What are we
guys,
talking
wait.
about? Oh my god.
Guys, I think I might have uncovered something. I think Finn is lying. I think he's off screen. I was right. He's off screen. He's not really Yoshi.
If
He's
you
not
look in
really
the
Yoshi.
glass, if you look in the window, you can see him closing the door.
If you look in the glass, you can see him kicking Bonnie into a closet and then shutting the door.
All right, let's talk about Netflix.
Or isn't
Netflix is red, so that's a con. Because when you compare it to Disney Plus or Amazon, that puts it a little higher because they're blue. Now green, that's okay. But Hulu's okay. Now I like the color scheme of HBO Max because that's
It's white and
purple. Purple's not bad. It's not the best. You know, compare it to blue and green, it's a little bit down there. Compare it to red though. That's all I'm saying. Thank you and good night.
Peacock is like, what even is that at that point, you know?
Bro, you say Peacock and no one bats an eye, bro. When you say Netflix, and everyone get on that.
Netflix, more like Netflix.
This is a good episode.
I love
You've
this
been going
episode.
for what, like 20 minutes?
So far, I'm the only one that's actually talked about the topic at hand.
I
talked
think
about it.
HBO Max is pretty cool because it's got Euphoria, which is only deep to 14-year-olds.
Finn, you're
Hey
like
Finn, you're 12. I think he's
It's
13.
not even deep to me yet.
Yeah, it'll be deep in a
Well,
year.
I am a 19-year-old man, and I gotta say that Netflix is pretty good. I think it's got a decent selection and variety, and it's
Oh.
probably my preferred streaming service.
Dude, Netflix got the Umbrella Academy. I'm good.
All I'm saying
That's
is
really good for
only
the first season.
only one streaming service has the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That's true.
Dude,
Only Netflix.
I've seen that movie twice now,
Me too.
and I regret it.
guys, so here, quick behind the scenes. I took a screenshot of the 3 boys from their video. Let's cancel them or whatever. Of them sitting on the couch together, and then I sent it to a friend of ours, and was like, "Hey, can you Photoshop me in this?" So I now have a picture of me in that episode.
I have not heard. I was not aware of this.
Yeah.
I have not seen the picture. I do not know who the friend is.
I don't know either of the. Oh, I actually do. I haven't seen the picture, but I do know who the friend is. Wasn't it
Oh.
Everin from the podcast?
I actually sent it to 2 friends and said whichever one of you does it better will get $20, but Everin didn't do it. So I
You,
didn't have to pay the
Finn, you
winner.
gotta be careful with the way you word sentences.
I
didn't
get
hear
it.
Whoever-
That's funny. Whichever you want
Alright,
to
you know what,
photoshops
guys?
me the photo better gets $20, and then Everin didn't even do it. So only the guy who did it, he didn't even get $20 because it wasn't even a competition.
I'll do it. You know what, Finn? After this episode happens, I'll do it. This is a little behind the scenes action. Anyway, what do you guys think about Netflix?
No, Braden's gone again. I hope he doesn't jump scare us again.
I would be
That
so
would be scary.
terrified. I'd be like, uh-oh, spaghetti-o.
So, anyways,
Ah! Ah! Uh-oh, spaghetti-o.
All right, that's
Take-
my last time. I'm sorry. I just
God.
yeah. When you
Oh
have
my
a replica
God.
Jason mask, you don't not use it.
Braddock, your camera is slow. So you still were laughing, but your scream was so loud.
Oh no.
Hulu has Modern Family. Netflix doesn't. Disney Plus doesn't. Amazon, it does, but you have to buy it. And HBO Max doesn't. Therefore,
Tubi
Hulu's
does,
up there.
and it's free. Tubi wins.
Prime is so
Yeah.
weird.
But Tubi has ads. You know what doesn't have ads if you pay for it? Hulu.
Everything.
That's all I'm saying. And it's green. So it's already third on the list. I got bumped up one more because of Modern Family.
Bro, but Tubi is also green, but its ads are skippable. That's all I'm
See,
saying.
They're not.
I don't think they
Hey,
are.
Brandon?
I actually watched the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie where chain and saw are 2 different words. And the ads were not skippable. I had to watch the ads.
Oh, I forgot I watched that movie on Tubi.
Yeah. You were there.
I was
We
there.
were all in the same room. Man. But like, I don't know. I feel like the thing with a service like Disney Plus is that it is literally just I think it's mostly Disney properties and
Yeah,
that's,
no,
99%.
I was on there
Like the
Properties and Jeff Goldblum.
earlier, and like Edward Scissorhands is on that movie, which is a movie I really like, but it's not a Disney movie.
Yeah, mostly Disney movies. But I mean,
The
like
thing-
Netflix and other things have like a better variety.
Well, I think the part of the reason is that Disney bought 20th Century Fox, so a lot of the Fox movies are going to be put on there.
The thing
makes
is,
sense.
the only place you can watch Ant-Man and the Wasp for free, Disney Plus.
It's
You
not
didn't
free.
consider that. Hey,
Not free.
if your parents pay for it, it's free.
That's true. I mean, I guess it does have a pretty big lure of every Marvel movie except like Spider-Man and all the Star Warses. Like
Except
all
for
the-
Spider-Man.
It's true,
Where can
except
you
for
watch
Spider-Man.
Endgame? Amazon,
And Disney Plus.
but also Disney Plus. Where can you watch Infinity War? Amazon, but also Disney Plus. Where can you watch Jessica Jones? Netflix. All I'm saying.
Here's the real thing, though. You can get Disney Plus for 1 month cheaper than you can get Endgame on Prime Video. All I'm saying.
So Disney Plus
But-
is like the best, is what you're saying.
But then you
But
gotta pay
at the
for
same
Disney
time,
Plus after.
With Tubi, Michael will do the worm sometimes. So I mean,
Yeah, we didn't take that in consideration because we think that ads are the end all be all of worst things ever. But it gives you time to stop. Maybe you can go to the bathroom. Heck, maybe you can do the worm. Ads aren't the worst thing ever. They're just not good. And that's going to take some points off. I'm sorry, Tubi, but you're out. Dun dun.
dun dun.
Oh my gosh, Brannick has a hat.
I think my thing,
I just
Like
felt
I
so
like
good, guys.
Netflix, but Netflix is not the best because they rotate their movies and shows a lot of the time. So if there's a movie you want to watch in a couple months, so it's probably not going to be there, which is annoying. And I just want to touch on physical media. Yeah, it's kind of dying out, but the reason why I still collect it is that you'll always have that movie where, like in Netflix, they take their movies and they rotate them every few months. So that's a plus for physical media. Also, no ads or anything. You can just sit through the movie and it's just the movie. And then there's also special features you can watch. Like there's bonuses to physical media that I think
What I
people
like-
overlook.
What I
I'm
think
gonna
you're forget- what I think you're forgetting is that you can only watch Breaking Bad one place. Netflix.
That's true.
I feel like the thing.
Jesse. That's what they
If I'm
say in
gonna-
Breaking Bad.
If I'm gonna like buy a movie, I'm definitely gonna get it physically. I'm not gonna like buy it on Amazon. I don't know. I feel like that's literally just a me thing. But I don't know. I want to. I'm like gonna buy a movie. I want something tangible, and I like cover art too much. I'm not like if I'm gonna like if it's a movie I just want to see, I will probably rent it on Prime Video and just watch it and then stop watching it. But
I personally disagree. I prefer digital media because then you don't got to keep track of all of it. You know, it's all right in the cloud or wherever it's stored.
Well, if it's
Oh.
not there, then you don't have it anymore.
yeah.
And
See,
what does this episode come to?
This is funny because
Finn Yoshi.
Finn is trying that joke again, but it's not working. And for that, Finn is out.
Yoshi.
Dun dun.
yeah, but like
Guys, I'm Yoshi.
I agree with like that I don't know. It's probably more convenient to have digital media. I think that's just a personal preference of mine. I feel like I also like I also like that's the same with like digital video games. Is that like I'll buy them, but like for like a good portion of like my Switch games, I was thinking like, oh, I want to like have this game physically. I don't know why I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna get Mario Odyssey digitally. Gotta hold that. Gotta hold it.
Feel that.
I don't know. That's just a me thing. I like physical media.
Oh yeah,
This is a different topic.
Out of Yoshi.
Probably a better one. What do
I'm
you
no
guys
longer
prefer?
Yoshi.
Braden's on team physical. Michael's team digital. I'm team physical. Finn, what about you, Finn?
I gotta go with like for video games. Team Physical.
No, like in general.
Oh, just in general.
You can do
Digital.
video games too.
Digital. Like,
I just-
okay, if we're saying PS5 digital edition, physical edition, I'm going with the physical edition. I like having the option of physical, but like at least 7 times out of 10, I'm going digital.
Man, digital only consoles are the weirdest thing ever because I don't know why. Like they're less money, but they're also like less storage. And like, why would you not like want the option of putting a disc in? I don't get that. Like, even if you want to go all digital, you can go all digital on a console that has a disc slot. But like, I don't know.
Well, I mean,
That's it.
they're probably less storage and and less options because it's like less money.
Yeah.
Like if they're because obviously if you can have two things that are the same price, but one has more storage and like can also take discs, then you're gonna take the one with more storage and can take discs.
Yeah, I know that's fair. But at
Just
that point,
like
it's
go. Yeah,
go
like
the extra mile.
so like going back to like movies and streaming and stuff. Every now and then I'll use Disney Plus for stuff. Like if I don't own it, because I'm not going to buy every Disney movie ever because I don't have the space or whatever. Or if there's a random movie on Netflix, I'll watch it. But if I own the movie, I'm just going to put the movie in. Like, okay, yes, every now and then I'll be like, I'll just watch it on Disney Plus. But 9 times out of 10, I'll just put the Blu-ray in. And honestly, it's better quality than Disney Plus is because Disney Plus and streaming is a little bit more condensed, I've found, so the picture quality is a little off. For like older movies, it's kind of off, so I'll just put in my Blu-ray and it'll be a nice picture and not kind of weird looking. But
will
that's just
say-
me.
I will say though, I like how with streaming services, it gives you like a lot more options than just like what you have in your home. Like today, for example, I watched a couple episodes of Phineas and Ferb because I could, you know? I watched it on Disney Plus because I had the ability to. If I only had to like rely on like discs and stuff, then it wouldn't like then that wouldn't like I wouldn't be able to watch Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Like
if
Target.
to clarify what I was saying earlier, if like a movie is available on a streaming service, I'm not gonna buy it like physically. I'll just stream it. I mean, I feel like that makes sense. But I don't know. I think there's pros and cons of both, and I don't think we need to exist in a world where we have one or the other, because I don't think streaming is an exact suitable replacement for physical media, but I also don't think that we should just get rid of streaming either because it's convenient. I don't know.
And this entire world is based off of convenience.
Now that we've talked about like streaming versus physical a little bit,
Excuse me.
how about what can we get a little more into like the specific service or like streaming services? Because I think I have some interesting things. So like everyone knows that like not Paramount, Peacock is like a new streaming service and it has shows like The Office and I think Parks and Rec and I think maybe like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Basically, it's just all the NBC shows. And I personally think that was a bad idea because it's like the Office and Parks and Rec, I think were on Netflix. I know The Office was. I think Parks and Rec was. And like they took them off Netflix to add them to their streaming service. But the thing is, it's like I feel like they would have made more money if they just kept it on Netflix. I don't really know how all like the money with it works, but like I feel like they probably would have made more money if they kept it on Netflix than like adding it to theirs because it's like people are gonna watch it if it's on like the streaming service they already have. But I don't think anyone is buying like a whole streaming service just to watch
Well,
one show.
Peacock is free, so I don't really.
The only thing that
Is it
yeah,
free?
I would say like
Yeah, it's
that
free.
that would hold up if Peacock cost money, then I think that it would have been a bad move. But because it is free, then because
But
I
then-
was in that boat too. I was like, why would you take it off of like Netflix and like put The Office like on your own streaming service? Because boom, there goes the growing popularity of a show that's not on Netflix and no one has Peacock. But since Peacock is free, I mean, I guess it's fine. I still think like I wish it was like it used to be, where it was like, oh, it's just like Netflix is the one, but now everyone makes their own streaming service, and that makes it all weird.
Yeah,
Wait, so
Why'd
if
you do that,
Peacock
guys?
if Peacock is free, then like how are they making any money off that? Like, does it have like ads? Oh, then yeah, it still
Yeah.
would have been better for it to be on Netflix because like people are just because like personally, what I thought was like I'm not gonna go to Peacock to start watching episodes of The Office. Like if The Office was still on Netflix, then I'd like watch The Office. But like I'm not like doing watching a new streaming service with like ads and stuff like that just to watch like one show.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
And
I personally
also-
think taking it off of Netflix was a poor idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I do think but I used to watch it on Netflix. I don't know if this was just a me problem or what have you, but there'll be multiple times where the picture quality of Netflix would just drop and it would become like all fuzzy and weird. And I don't know if it was I think it was Netflix's problem. And because now on Peacock, it looks way better. So maybe it was Netflix and maybe it was the way that they were streaming it. Who knows? But I'm a picture quality guy, so I take that into account whenever I watch a movie or a show, and I notice those things.
It's probably your internet.
But yeah, I don't know. I think if we're looking at like, I feel like we should do we should give it like the like console treatment, where we look at different categories and think
Better.
like and say like which one is better.
Do that.
It kind of worked last time. So I like if we look at exclusives, which service has the best exclusives?
Disney Plus.
The Disney Plus, absolutely.
Disney Plus has like huge draws like Star Wars and Marvel and Pixar and like all the Disney
Meet the
capital.
Deedles!
Yes, but
Alexander and the
no.
Terrible Horrible Nook of Day!
Thinking about like exclusively, I think that Disney Plus probably like edges out over some of the other ones.
So Disney Plus is kind of like I guess Disney Plus is kind of like the Nintendo of streaming services, because it's like you're kind of getting it for the Disney movies.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
like I don't think they just like show the like regular TV shows that have been on TV before. Well, okay, that's not true. They only show shows that like have been that like when they were on TV, they were on like Disney Channel or something. Like they're not like showing stuff that's also not true. I'm just real. I remember I remember The Simpsons is on Disney Plus, and that was not on Disney. That was not like a Disney thing. Okay, so they're exclusive. I guess they have more like exclusives that are you're more going to Disney Plus for their exclusives rather than to like watch shows that have been on TV but are now on streaming services.
Yeah.
Where
no,
shows
yeah.
like or especially like Hulu is like, from what I've noticed, it's almost all shows that have like been on TV and are still on TV, and it's just kind of like another way to watch these shows.
And also, I feel like it's interesting for Disney Plus. When it first came out, it was a big marketing point for season 1 of The Mandalorian. Like I remember that, like it was coming out like around the exact same time of that show, as well as Clone Wars season 7. So they used those shows as marketing points to sell their streaming service, which I think was really, really smart on their part.
But the thing about Disney Plus is that it's like specific, and it's kind of like Michael said. It's like with like Nintendo, you buy a Nintendo console like for like Breath of the Wild or Smash Ultimate or Mario Kart 8, or you also buy a Wii U, or like what other all the other great Switch games that I can't think of. But like, you know, you get a subscription to Disney Plus for like WandaVision or The Mandalorian or Home Alone. And like, I feel like the other ones are like kind of like, you just get them for a wider variety of things, but Disney Plus is more like a specific thing. So I would give exclusives, which I feel like Disney Plus is like the only one who has like a real argument for exclusives, because basically, well, most of the thing is that most of them are exclusives, except for like Amazon Prime, but you gotta like pay for that. So, well,
I would argue.
I'd argue
that like you can make some good argument.
argument.
There's some serious echo going on. But I'd argue that you can make some good arguments for any of the streaming services for like exclusives. Like Disney Plus probably has the most, maybe, but like there are some good ones on like HBO Max and like Netflix. I know there are some on Amazon Prime and Hulu, but I haven't seen any of those.
Yeah, the one on Amazon Prime that I watched actually with my family, we watched I think all of it last year. Was my mic fell. With it was Jack Ryan, that starred John Krasinski from The Office. Great show. If you get a chance to watch it, it's called Jack Ryan. It's a fantastic show. I highly recommend it.
Disney or HBO Max has the Harley Quinn show, because they own all of DC. And like, well, I don't know if they own DC, but they have like all the DC movies, and they have the Harley Quinn show, which is a really good show.
One streaming platform we're forgetting is DC. They decided to make their own. It didn't work.
I don't think we ever went through with that.
It's
For
on.
good reason.
I think
Is it an actual thing?
Yeah.
Well, that's weird
DC
because
Universe is like,
HBO Max like has all of like the DC movies.
Yeah.
yeah, I thought they like weren't gonna do that because DC Universe is such a bad idea.
Yeah. I'm like 90% sure it's a thing.
I think it's going to be a thing. Maybe it is a thing. I don't know.
Not all
Okay.
DC movies are bad. I like the Tim Burton Batman movies, so that's
I'm not
something.
saying they're bad movies. I'm saying making a streaming service for DC movies is a horrible idea because
Yeah.
that's a great way to not get your movies to be watched by people, is to lock them behind the paywall instead of putting them on a streaming service that they already have, which is the same thing with like taking The Office away or whatever. It's like, just stop. Like, I think what if there was just one?
Okay, so what they did was they scrapped the streaming service and took the like actual instead of like movies, they basically put every single DC comic on it and was like, here.
That's not a
How do you-
bad.
How do
That's not
you
a bad
stream a
idea.
comic?
It's like a streaming service where you can like read the comics digitally.
You can go to Audible, I bet, and read the comics.
I don't know
Kinda
if
weird.
like getting an audiobook of a comic would be the best thing.
It's
that'd
not.
be a little weird.
Why would you stream a comic then?
Well, like it
can't
just kind of
like
gives you
the-
the ability to like read it, but like on your computer or like on your phone.
Then that
Yeah, like
defeats
a
the purpose
PDF
of comic
yeah.
books.
I don't think
Well,
Not really.
not really.
Just kind of give you a different way to like experience comic books.
yeah, it's like you could experience a movie have like the cover art and stuff, but you could also do that on digital if you really want to.
But yeah,
Also,
that's
That's some.
it's
that-
an easier way
so-
for a lot of people to like access like the older comics and stuff.
That's something that I like that other people brought up earlier in the episode is cover art. That plays a big role. Pranik, I know you like this topic, but I'm gonna speak on it too.
Hold on, everyone knows that only Brandon can speak on it because he likes it.
But
I like it. I talk
cover-
now.
cover art plays a big role in if you buy a movie or not, and if you collect movies, you understand this. Or if anyone collects anything with cover art, they understand it, that if you like it, you're gonna buy it. And with streaming services, you kind of miss that. And the cover art that they do have is really bad unless it's the original poster art. But most of the time they redo the cover art and it just looks bad. Just
No one said that.
physical media, I like it better because there's an echo.
There is an echo.
There is in fact an echo.
Is there an echo now?
In this canyon.
Okay, so with physical media, you have cover art, you have the convenience of watching a movie with no ads, with no nothing, just watching the movie. Plus, it comes with like extra bonus features if that's what you like. It comes with you can get the Blu-ray and the DVD, so it's like a 2-for-1. If you don't have a Blu-ray player, then you can just you can just play the DVD. Like also with this type of media is the options. You can go from 4K to Blu-ray to DVD, and they give you that choice for most movie releases. I wouldn't say all of them, but most of the big studio movies give you that choice. So if you don't have a platform for one of them, you can use another one. This has gone way too far off from box art. I'm just saying that the appeal of cover art makes physical media still kind of stick around amongst other things, and I think it's important, and I think studios should put more effort into putting stuff on streaming and making the cover art look good. And that's all I'm going to say on that. That went on for way too long.
Okay, I just read a little bit more about the comic book thing, and it was
How do we
basically-
go? Okay.
It was basically DC Universe or whatever it was called. It had like some comic books and movies, but now they've taken all the movies off, changed the name, and it's now just a streaming platform where you can read all the comics. And it's
That
like,
is such a better idea. Like that's and so that's like because DC movies are a much like so we're gonna be more popular, and that means that's gonna be much more alienating when you put it behind the paywall. But like for a pretty like I don't want to say niche, but like for like the people who want to like go back and have easy access to old DC comics and stuff, I think having a streaming service for that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Having it for just DC movies, that's like a great way to not have your movies like that. The thing about like that is that like the people who would get that are people who have already like probably seen the movies. It's gonna, I mean, like a new fan is not gonna be like, oh, I don't really want to pay for all these DC movies. Like, what if I don't even like them or something like that? Like, it's better just have them on like a HBO Max or a streaming service that's not just for DC.
I have a question, and this is like changing the subject a little bit. It's going back to like the one spit. What exactly is Amazon Prime? Is that just the streaming service, or is that like the entire like Amazon Video, where it's like you can buy and rent movies? Because thinking about it, I think Amazon Prime is like just the streaming service. Like I think there are certain videos and stuff that you can stream with like Amazon Prime. But I think if you have to like buy it, then it's not part of, if you have to like buy it separately, then it's not Amazon.
I think
Oh,
Prime Video is where is the I. This is my take on it. Amazon Prime is where it's like the regular like Amazon part of it. Prime Video is what they've always called it. That's the streaming part of it, but I could be wrong.
no, we're
Okay.
not talking about the package delivering aspect of it.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I get if we're just calling it like just the ones that are like the Amazon like originals or whatever, or like the ones that's not like you have to like oh $4 to rent this movie, or you can pay $4 to rent it in standard definition instead of HD. But if that doesn't count, then Amazon is probably knocked down a few pegs.
Also,
Because
why?
well, I had a point that I wanted to bring up, and I was like, because I'm thinking about it, and I'm pretty sure Amazon Prime is just a streaming service. I don't think it's like the video, and that brings up like a sad point. There's unfortunately no streaming service where you can watch the Despicable Me movies.
It's on Netflix. They're
It
on
is? No.
Netflix, baby.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
yeah.
Never mind. I was wrong. The world turned upside down.
Guys, Netflix is the best. As long as it changes its color, it's the winner in my eyes.
Yeah, if it was
Actually,
blue.
I think they're like taking it off at the end of March. So. Boo.
No.
No, Netflix is the worst platform.
All right, Braden, what were
Watch
you
them while
saying?
they're still there.
I was just gonna say that renting movies on particularly Amazon Prime or Prime Video or whatever you want to call it, it's stupid expensive. What I mean by that is you can rent the movie. I think it's like normally $3.99 or $4.99, or you can buy it for like $15. I don't get those prices. And then if you want to watch it in HD, it's an extra $1. If you want to watch it in 4K, it's like extra $10. Or you can buy the movie on an actual disc and just have the movie, pay the extra couple of dollars and just have the movie. If it's a movie you really like, I just do that instead of, I don't know, just streaming. There's so many faults with it. I just prefer to just buy the movie and just actually hold the movie instead of worrying about, oh, is it going to be there in a month, or oh the movie expires in 48 hours. Like, I don't know, it's weird to me and it's kind of dumb.
Well, to argue that point a little bit, I think one thing, like one big like plus about streaming is like, well, there are a couple, but like one is like you have all like the options, so you can like scroll through and pick the one rather than like, but then what I was gonna say at first was I think something that really like adds to streaming, at least for me, is that you can like watch it while traveling because there are like apps and stuff that you can get on your phone. Or like you can really watch it like anywhere. Like if you're in the car, you can't really like pop a disc into your phone and like watch a movie. But you can go on like your streaming service apps and then watch any movie on those. So I think that's a plus for me.
I'll give that to you.
Yeah, that's something we hadn't considered, is portability. You don't have to drag a TV and DVD player. You just have to go to the App Store and hit Netflix.
And
there you go.
Disney Plus is like the Nintendo Switch.
In all fairness, I don't think we considered this because the original topic was going to be like, what's the best streaming service rather than what's better streaming services versus like physical. So that's probably because like you can really like download any streaming service app on your phone. So I don't think that was going to be an argument about like what's more important. Almost knocked my
You can
screen
get
over.
a portable DVD player. The other thing about like physical media is that you have to like find it, and sometimes that can be hard. I can tell you right now, if I wanted to watch a French comedy from 1967, I'm going to go to Amazon Prime and rent it instead of trying to scour like eBay or whatever, because they're not just going to have it in your local Target. That's not how that works. But you can rent it, and there it is. It's on Prime Video. Go watch Playtime. That is a good movie, and it's worth it. It's worth the $4.
You can also get it like immediately. Like you don't gotta like go to a store or like order it online and wait for the disc to come. You can get it like right then and then watch it immediately.
That's right.
I just want to say about the whole finding it. There are so many companies nowadays like Shout Factory, Arrow, Criterion that give life to older movies or movies that have just been forgotten, and they bring those movies to HD, to Blu-ray, to sometimes 4K, and I feel like they repopulate the world with those movies that maybe you saw and you forgot about. And I mean, one of my favorite slasher movies is an Arrow title I bought on a whim, and I love it now. It's called the Slayer, so check it out. But I just feel like those like all these other brands really kind of give back these movies that people have forgotten about. So it is hard to find, but if you know where to go, it can be pretty easy.
Or you could stream.
Point. If I'm trying to watch Nosferatu, I ain't going for physical media.
You watch it on Tubi. I watched that movie the other day. It was a very silent movie.
I have a question.
It's a silent film.
I have a question for all of you. I have a comment. First, have you all heard of the streaming service Shudder? I'm getting an echo again. But have you heard of Shudder?
Yeah.
Brannick, you're kind of okay. Okay. So Shudder, this is gonna sound like a sponsor because they do sponsor a lot of YouTubers. But like, so Shudder is like a streaming service that like it basically holds like maybe not every, but like most horror movies and like TV shows and stuff. And you can just watch like any horror show or like any horror movie that you want on that. I was gonna ask like, what do you think of that idea? Because most of the big streaming services like Netflix and Amazon, well, not Amazon's not a great example, but like Netflix and like HBO Max, they have like specific movies based on like companies and stuff. Companies, I think, yeah, they have like specific movies based on like companies. So like Disney Plus has like Disney movies, Netflix has like whoever they've made deals with, and like HBO Max is the same with whoever they made deals with. But like Shudder basically takes like
theme.
So like Shudder doesn't really like, I don't know how they get the rights to all the movies, but they rather than basing their service on like who they can get the rights to, it's more of like a one genre. They chose like one genre of movies to like represent on their streaming service. And I was gonna ask, like, what do you guys think of that idea?
I like that. I think that'd be a cool idea for like something like a bunch of rom-coms. 10 Things I Hate About You. Best rom-com I've ever seen.
Finn just stole my thing. I always say 10 things I hate about you. Greatest rom-com I've ever seen.
But I feel like
joke.
I feel like doing one sticking to one theme is really, really smart because in horror, you have so many different types of horrors. So they could pack so many movies into a streaming service. I think that's incredibly smart. I still want to get Shudder, but you have to pay for it. So that's the thing. Like they have all these types of horror movies behind a paywall that you have to get past. Yes, you can do like a 30-day free trial, but if I'm gonna get a streaming service with a lot of horror movies, I'm just gonna want to like I don't want to like pay for it, but it's weird. Like it's a really good idea, but it should be kind of free or less amount of money than it currently is. Like the last time I saw, I think it's like $14 or whatever. It's kind of expensive, but I think it's really, really smart that they did that because there's so many different genres inside of horror, and just as a fan of horror, it's an incredibly smart idea.
Brandon, do you have any thoughts? Because then I'll probably say my thoughts after.
It costs $6 a month.
Oh, so it dropped.
But
But in terms of a year, yeah.
that sounds good in theory. A streaming service with horror movies on it. But there's also the possibility that these are like, I don't know, maybe they actually have like actual movies on there. But if it's literally just like, because I know like a lot of big horror movies are already on other streaming services. I don't know how like that all works. I haven't checked it, so this could be talking out of like someplace, but
keep it family friendly.
They have like what?
I just say keeping it family friendly.
That's right. I made that joke last episode too, I'm realizing. But it doesn't matter. But if it has like C tier, like disappointment to the family, like horror movies, no one cares, like, and that would be kind of lame, and I wouldn't buy that. But if they have like, you know, like movies people care about or like good movies, I'll check it out. I'll check it out
So
on my own time.
I googled it, and they've got stuff from like retro, like B tier horror movies to stuff like Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Hellraiser, Jaws, Day of the Dead. Like they've got a lot of mainstream films.
Yeah.
And then they have stuff like, you know, those old 80s slasher movies. Like they've got everything.
Yeah, from what I've seen, it does
Well,
seem like they do have a lot of mainstream horror movies. But I was gonna say, I think specifically for horror, that's a good idea because like there are like big like horror fans and all that, and they just like all the horror movies. But I was thinking, what if rather than like streaming services like Netflix and HBO Max, where they base it on like companies that they can make deals with and stuff like that, what if like there was just a bunch of streaming services and they were all based on like the genre of movie that you wanted to watch? And then I was thinking like, you know, that probably wouldn't be a great idea because that like, I don't know, that would limit, because then you'd have to be paying like a lot more for just like specific movies. So I don't know. I think for horror it works, but I feel like if they did that idea for like other genres, that wouldn't work very well.
Yeah, no, I think like I've thought this for like a little bit now, but why didn't they just like, I think they should all work out a deal and pool their things and just have one mega streaming service.
Well, like, I mean, a lot of
that
companies
covers, but I'm talking about like everything. Have like one mega streaming service where you can go in and you can pick genre, and they have thousands of movies to choose from.
That's a cool idea.
That would be really smart.
But well, like it's a cool idea. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of echo. Yeah. Thank you. But that's a cool idea. I think one big issue with that though is like it would almost be impossible to do. I mean, like it'd be possible, but it'd be very unlikely because one is like all the companies, all the big streaming services currently would have to come together and make a deal to like do that. And then also, if they wanted to make it like a reasonable price, like they'd have to, if they wanted it to keep it like the price that they're at now, I don't know, they'd have to like significantly raise the price from what like a normal streaming service would be, because they'd all have to like all the companies would want to like split it up so they'd get like an equal share of money or something. So I don't know. I just think that'd be very difficult to do. I'd also like that because that would make it a lot more convenient to just have like the one streaming service that has everything. But I think that'd be very difficult and it's not very likely.
Yeah, no, I figured like it's an idea. It's not a good idea, but
Well, no, I think it's a good idea. I just don't think it's a very likely idea.
yeah, no, it's very out there. It's not a well thought out idea, but I see what you're saying. It's just it would be really hard to get all of the services to
I mean,
Make a deal.
make a deal. Yeah.
I was scrolling through Shudder a couple seconds ago, and maybe it was just like I didn't really see anything that I recognize. That doesn't mean it's not like good. I'm not gonna judge a movie by its cover or Rotten Tomatoes score, but like it's I guess it doesn't really matter. I think that's another very specific streaming service that I think I agree with Michael that I think horror is probably like the best genre for a genre specific horror genre specific streaming service. But like I couldn't see like, oh, it's the comedy streaming service or it's the sci-fi streaming service. Like I mean that'd be cool. I feel like horror just works better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
believe.
Yeah,
Sorry, Bryn, final thoughts.
Yeah, so I just clicked on the Shutter page or whatever, and the film Black Christmas is listed on there as Stranger in the House, but when you click on it, it says Black Christmas. So who knows if some of the movies on Shutter are even illegally on there.
Yeah, that makes me question the legality of the streaming service. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna have to like, never mind. I'm gonna have to like cut around this because can I say what happened? Are we trying to like, yeah, I was wondering like, are we trying to like make this flow and all? I mean, I know we are, but are we trying to like, so basically we were just having this conversation and then my computer crashed. So it like cut out halfway through the conversation. So now we're having it again.
Yeah.
Where Brayden
Yeah.
mentioned the Christmas one or the Black Christmas, and then I was like, I wonder if it's legal.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't say
I'm
it's
concerned.
illegal. I don't think it's illegal. It's probably just like a bug. I don't think they could reasonably get away with that.
Well, the movie came out in 74, so I don't know what the rights are to it now. So
But final thoughts, Shutter maybe illegal, probably not though. Brannick, why don't you hit us with those trivia answers?
It probably is. But sure.
That
Answers. Let's go. Or did anyone else have any final thoughts about streaming services in general?
Nope.
All right. Well, then streaming services I think are
Good.
fun. I think my preferred one is the word I was looking for. It's probably Netflix.
Same.
I think that's the best one, but I do like that Disney Plus offers me Star Wars on the couch.
And
when there's not
Phineas
a
and
TV in the
Ferb.
room, but I realize that
And meet the
I
Deedles.
guess that's different than like just on the couch with the TV. But I think Netflix is probably the best one. It's got a decent variety of stuff, and there's some bangers on there. You got like, but
know.
Despicable Me. That's what I was going for. I couldn't think of an example. Breaking Bad. That's a good show. I started watching that. And
Jesse.
Stranger Things is also on there. But in terms of streaming versus physical media, I think that physical media is never going to go away, even if it does become niche as the decades roll by. But I think that ideally we continue in this world of streaming services, and physical media are both two sides of the same coin, and they can just be fun alternatives to each other, and one does not necessarily need to be better than the other because they're both the pros and cons. And those are my final thoughts.
I agree. Cool.
Okay.
Thanks.
Here's what those trivia answers. That was
Yeah,
supposed to be
but-
hit us with those trivia answers.
It sounded like all right, gang. Hopefully by now you've put them in the comment section. But if you haven't,
What are you
hurry.
doing?
All right, question 1. Which game company developed the Elder Scrolls series?
Michael?
Okay. So Elder Scrolls is also like Skyrim, I think. And everyone knows that Skyrim was developed by Square Enix. That may be
Yeah.
true. I don't actually know. Anyone else?
This whole
Nope.
time I have been thinking that it was like Demon Souls. So I was like From Software. And then I realized that I was lying. So I was just really into Skyrim. I think it's Square Enix, but I could be completely lying. So
It's
I've
actually
got
Square.
no
Wait,
answer.
no.
I don't know.
If it's actually Square Enix, I'm gonna be surprised because I have no idea.
Wait, give me 1 second. Give me 1 sec.
You
Finn,
know,
I think you
5
already
seconds.
gave your guess.
Wait, no, I was gonna say Square Enix because it's what Michael said, but I have an actual answer.
You should
Time,
not-
Brannick.
Time, Brannick.
not give your trivia answers based on what other people said. Let's give you that advice.
No, that's like I said it. I not because like that's what Michael said, but that's because like that's I was like, oh yeah, that might be right. I think that's right. But it's I know I don't think it is.
Answer? The Daily Double?
Just say it. You got it. I'm gonna know it as soon as you say it. Like obviously, but like I'm gonna like be like, oh, die.
Yes. You will know it when I say it. You will all know it when I say it. So we got Square Enix, indecisive, and no answer. The answer is actually Bethesda.
All right.
Oh,
I've heard of that, but I wouldn't have gotten it.
All right. Next one.
All right. Question 2. The Gros Michel and Cavendish are varieties of which fruit?
The Gros Michel and Cavendish?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a watermelon.
I'm gonna say you stole mine, Michael. So I'll pick something else. I'll pick an
Michael's stealing so much from
iteration of a berry.
Hold on.
That
That's
does not
very
count. You can't pick a category.
that is very vague.
Okay, fine. I'll pick.
That's like last time when we said where was Chinese checkers invented?
Okay,
and
okay,
Finn
okay.
responded with somewhere. And it's like,
Okay,
yeah,
no,
that's
no.
a continent. man.
I'll pick a cherry. There we go.
I'm gonna say either. Okay, either. If one,
No, pick one.
I'm gonna give my answer as cantaloupe, but if it's not, it's dragon fruit.
It is neither. They're bananas.
Wrong.
And here comes the
Watermelon.
fun story. So you might know the Gros Michel, which is actually a lie because you don't, because they're functionally extinct. They actually do exist, but back in like the 50s or 60s,
You mean
that
dead?
was the banana. The Gros Michel. What?
You said they do exist, but you mean dead? You just said they went extinct.
No, they still exist, but
Basically,
they're so uncommon because they were afflicted by a fungus that killed a lot of the bananas. And that's like, when your grandma says that things were better back in the day, when she's talking about bananas, she's probably right, because apparently the Gros Michel tasted much better than the current banana the Cavendish. And the reason the Cavendish is the banana now, and it's the banana that's like used in 99% of like banana exports, is because it doesn't get affected by the fungus that killed the Gros Michel.
That's
But
what I'm hearing.
I mean, of course, they're still around. All
What I'm hearing is that the answer is cantaloupe.
But if I'm understanding correctly, I believe The Last of Us, the video game, is really based on the history of bananas.
That's right. But the Gros
Right.
Michel is still around on like small farms, but it can't be mass produced anymore because they die of the fungus. And now, guess what? Cavendish is also being affected by a different fungus. It's like the first fungus is cooler, older cousin who tries to Harley, and that cousin is killing off the Cavendish. And guess what? We might not have bananas in a few decades. And
Yeah.
also, bonus fun fact is that banana flavoring for like candies and stuff, that's based off of the Gros Michel's flavor, not the Cavendish.
Cool.
That's
That's
why
some
I
banana
like
history.
banana taffy, Laffy Taffy so much better than I like regular bananas.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not exactly the same because that's how artificial flavoring works. But that was something that I learned the other day, and I decided to turn into a trivia question and then history lesson.
Cool.
That was the banana time. All right. Which actor starred in The Godfather and played Skye Masterson in Guys and Dolls? Which is topical.
Okay, so I know Frank Sinatra was in Guys and Dolls, but I believe he was Nathan Detroit. I don't think he was Skye Masterson. Skye was. Would he be like a person that, like, if I heard, I'd be like, oh yeah, I know him? Or like, is he like, would you have to, I don't know. It's not Frank Sinatra. Just in case I'm okay, so it's not. I was gonna say him, but then you said I'm right. So I have literally no idea. Who was
Okay,
in
so-
who was in I'll say Ray Liotta, even though he is way younger than that. Because I think he was in Goodfellas, not The Godfather.
Yeah.
But
What year did Guys and Dolls come out? Or what
like-
decade?
it's like
Don't know.
20s, 30s.
Me and Michael said
20s, 30s?
Don't know. Can't say.
I can't. Well,
If
I
we're
can
gonna
say
go-
I'm
it was
answering.
1986.
Not that
No.
recent.
No, I think it was in the 30s. So the two main stars in The Godfather are Pacino and Marlon Brando, but Pacino would have been too young to be in that. So I'm gonna go with Marlon Brando.
I'll also say Marlon Brando.
I'm gonna say Pacino.
All right. Braden is correct. It was Marlon Brando. And
Let's go,
no, Guys and
Braden.
Dolls-
We got it.
Nope. That's not how that
Oh,
works.
Well, in
And
all
Guys and
fairness,
Dolls.
I told him that it was in the 30s.
No, it wasn't. Guys and Dolls came out in the 50s. Nice try.
I knew it. All right.
all right.
Uh-oh, Finn has to close the
Oh my
episode,
God.
but he decided to
Oh.
leave.
Your thought
Oh, I'm good
process.
at-
All right, guys.
Well, Finn, we're not
It's the
done
end
yet.
of the
Thought process
episode.
was-
I turned back into Yoshi one last time.
Braden,
It
your
looks like
thought
we're
process
signing-
was on. Jesus Christ.
Well, I bet
You're on
Finn's
the
gonna
right
feel
track.
pretty silly to do the outro again later.
Exactly. But like, yeah, you Braden used some good logic there. It said during the 20s or 30s, but it came out in the 50s. I think Marlon Brando was probably too young if it was in the 30s or it came
Yeah,
out
no,
in the 30s.
and in The Godfather, he was probably in his 60s, I think.
Yeah, he was probably old.
Ish.
He was probably in his 20s and Guys and Dolls.
All
All
right.
Those are the
Okay,
trivia
movie
questions.
Finn out of canoes. I forgot.
I think,
about
yeah, I think Finn forgot a whole segment while he was trying to interrupt Brannick.
that. I was.
Finn, don't do that. You knew you were.
No, I wasn't.
Brannick was
Yes, you
talking,
did.
and you were going, "Hey guys, it's Yoshi."
Sorry, Brandon. Sorry, Brandon. Sorry, Brandon.
Well, that's too late. It's too late for that now.
All right,
Beyond that.
move Fanatics updates. I have a big update. I'm not making any videos currently. Braden and Brannick.
I've got a new video coming very, very soon, and I guess I'm just going to announce it. Actually,
That's what this
no.
is for.
Yes, I'm going to announce it, and I'm going to do my top 10 favorite movie screenplays. So look forward to that.
All right. Well, I have 2 videos planned. Yeah, one of them, they'll both be out before the next episode, so I can do both of them. So the first one that's going to come out next weekend is I watched A Quiet Place, Playtime, Free Guy, Encanto, and Turning Red, and I'm going to review all 5 of them in one movie and in one video. Sorry, and then there's going to be a video that comes out on April Fool's Day, and it's going to be an April Fool's video. So
I'm excited for that one because I think I know what it is.
don't say anything, but
I won't.
it's filmed. It's all ready to go. I just have to edit it now, but it's going to be fun. But yeah, so that
Hey
is
guys,
that-
this is Yoshi from the movie
and he's doing it
Fanatic.
again.
He is.
And you're cutting off
interrupted
Brannick.
Wait, were you talking
done it
again?
Finn, don't try that.
Just like listen.
Wait 1 second.
Yeah, that's what I have going on. That's all I was. That's the end of the sentence that I was saying.
Okay.
All right,
Now
Can we finish the episode, please?
How can I do
thanks
it?
for watching.
Wait, shush.
Guys, thanks for watching.
Guys, this
I'm
is
Yoshi.
from the movie Fanatics.
Thanks for watching. I'm
Signing
Al
off
Pacino.
on 3 Minute a Mic, episode 14.
And I'm
Bye.
Marion
You can see him.
Brando.
He's in the reflection.
Oh,
He's an idiot.
ah.
He's really dumb at this point in time. Honestly, I would say.
When did that hat come? Because okay, so your camera is like cutting. You're doing the thing where you're like cutting in and out. So one frame you didn't have a hat. The next frame you did.
Guys, all right. This is a little joke that this is a little fun little Easter egg. For various like frames during this episode, I will be wearing a hat very, very quickly and then trying to take it off. That was the first time I think that it actually worked.
Right,
That it was like a frame of me not wearing a hat, a frame of me wearing what? It was a frame of me not wearing a
All
hat,
right.
and then
All right.
Talking.
That's the first time it worked where it was like no hat, no hat, because the other times it was like me taking it off. That's a little funny detail. Finn is going away.
All right.
Yeah,
We're
Finn has
good.
left. Braden's trying to leave. Brannick is
I wanna go to bed.
explaining his hat bit. And little do they know, I'm the person that controls when we leave. Well, they know, but they have no power in
Michael.
this situation.
All
All right,